For our first day of exponents, it's going to be a big review of what we did yesterday. So first thing we're going to do is remind ourselves, what does exponential or index notation mean? A to the n, so we have that a n times. So if we have to evaluate this, how many times do we have negative 2? Well, we have it 4 times. So negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. Multiply these out. Negative 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is negative 8, times negative 2 is positive 16. Whereas this one, well, what do we have 4 times? It's just the 2. The negative is just out in front, and we have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So this one would be negative 16. And then this one, we have the opposite, or negative, and then we have our negative 2 4 times. So we know all of this together makes positive 16, so this would equal negative 16. And this is where we often talk about the calculator and entering negatives into parentheses. So we'll see if you guys remember these laws from last year, exponential laws. And again, so if we had like a to the third times a squared, that's a times a times a times a times a. So it's a to the fifth, so we add those. Let's see, let's say we had a to the fifth over a squared. So we have 5 a's and 2 a's. So we're left with 3 a's. So that rule is that we subtract, so it's a to the m minus n. Well, what do we do when there's parentheses? Well, let's say we have a squared 3 times, so a squared times a squared. Well, that's 2, 3, 4, that's 6 a's. So what's our rule? Well, we multiply. It's good to know these rules, but you can always figure them out by writing out an example. Let's say you had ab to the third. That means you have a times b, a times b, a times b. So we have a to the third, b to the third. So we have to distribute that. So it would be a to the n, b to the n. And I believe this one's supposed to be in parentheses here. So again, we have it 3 times. Like if we had a over b to the third, a over b times a over b times a over b. So we have a to the third, b to the third. So that means we have to distribute that n to the numerator and denominator. Anything to the 0 power is 1. And then this last one here, a to the negative n, you guys might remember we take the reciprocal to get rid of those negative exponents to make them positive. So if we were to practice this one, well, if we're unsure, we write it out 3 times. So we have 2 to the third times x to the third. And we should know 2 to the third, 2 times 2 times 2. So we have 8x to the third. Well, what do we do here? Well, this is where we have to distribute it again. So let's see, and we should be able to do these without a calculator. 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27. So 27 times 3, so we have 81, x to the fourth over y to the fourth. Well, let's see, we have those parentheses again, so now we have 3 to the fourth. And again, if you're not sure, write it out. We have it 4 times. So we have 3 to the 4th, 3, 6, 9, a to the 12th, b to the 4th. So we know 3 to the 4th was 81, a to the 12th, b to the 4th. And then this last one, let's see. So we have negative 2, a to the negative 4, 3 to the negative 2, a to the negative 2, b to the negative 6. Well, if we want to make these positive, to make this negative 2 to the negative 2 positive, our base stays the same and the exponent goes positive. A to the fourth would be in the denominator. 3 squared, a squared, b to the sixth. But then we can simplify this. Well, that's 9, 2a's. We'd have a squared left on the bottom, b to the 6th, and negative 2 squared is 4. So pause the video and let's have you try these. So hopefully you distributed. You have 2 to the 3rd, x to the 3rd, y to the 6th. So we have 8 x to the 3rd, y to the 6th. Distribute this here. We have 4 to the positive 2, x to the negative 3. So let's see, 4 squared is 16. This needs to flip to the denominator over x cubed. And let's see what happens here. Well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite z to the 3rd would go up here. So 2/5, that can't simplify. But let's see, x and x, so there's x squared on the bottom. Y's, 5 and 2, so y cubed in the numerator. And there'd be z to the 5th. So your worksheet is the Exponent Day 1 worksheet.